Good morning and welcome to Tenby down in West Wales on an absolutely stunning day. It rained the entire way down here, but now it's lovely. It's a beautiful town and it's the perfect place to come and test out the Sigma 28 to 105 f2.8, which is a stunning lens. I think it's going to be perfect for wandering around here all day. I've been here before, I know some nice photo spots, and I'm really looking forward to it. So let's go and give it a go, and hopefully there won't be too much construction noise because it is the tourism off season, so everybody's fixing stuff, but we'll see. Now, one of my favourite parts of Tenby are areas like this, the fact that there are all of these sort of cutaways on the seawall that you can sit down and enjoy a full force wind in the face, to be honest, because it is usually very windy around here, but it is a lovely place, and there's loads of hidden ones all over the town, so I'm going to stop off at a few because they usually have very nice views. Strange name. It's a very James Bond-esque fortress, this. Particularly like the dodgy little bridge. I was trying to see if I could get a little bit closer to the bottom of this, but I thought the tide was going out and it might be coming in instead. I've seen some small little shorebirds though, which is very interesting, just a little bit further along. Obviously I only see interesting things like that when I don't bring a wildlife camera with me, but very interesting to see nonetheless. I'm not going to go too far over there because one of them sat on a rock over there and I don't want to disturb him. I love the way they run. It's quite windy here, so we'll see if I can match this audio. Anyway. So historically, the sort of standard zoom for cameras has been about a 24 to 70, at least in the digital era. Prior to that, it's more like a 35 to 70. It's generally quite practical, but this makes a lot more sense, particularly for me. The trade-off historically has been that a 24 to 105 would have an f4 maximum aperture like my Panasonic one did. Having 2.8 makes it so much more useful for me, and it's something that I'm finding extremely convenient. This has a bunch of other nice benefits like relatively close focusing, stuff like that, and it's not that big and heavy considering what it is. Yes, it weighs nearly a kilo, and to be honest, it looks more like a lens with a camera attached than the other way around, but it's very comfortable to carry all day. It's extremely convenient, and the quality of the photos I'm getting out of it is exceptional, and I think my phone's about to blow over, so I'm going to end this take here. In terms of how the lens performs, it does vignette at 2.8, but it's mostly gone by 4 and completely gone by 5.6. It's something that doesn't bother me when it's that easy to get rid of it. It's not like that Tamron 35 to 150 f2 to 2.0 I had before, where it was still vignetting even as far down as f8. This is generally a very, very good performer, and I like vignetting at brighter apertures because I feel like it gives an interesting effect. It's just when it won't go away when you stop down, that's when it becomes annoying and a bit of a nuisance for things like landscape photography. So it turns out that this variable ND on my phone has quite a strong polarizing effect. I've had some interesting footage out of the phone all day. I'm shooting with the phone because this is the only way I can film myself using the Panasonic, but never mind. Hopefully it's coming out all right. Anyway, I've had a moderately frustrating day. No matter how remote a place I go to, somebody else turns up 2 minutes later and just loiters irritatingly. And it turns out I was shooting at ISO 1000 all day, which would explain why I had to keep putting an ND filter on it to shoot at f2.8. I might just not be very smart, to be honest. I'm now walking on the south beach of Tenby, which, as you can see, is really quite beautiful. Lovely place. I've really enjoyed shooting with this today. I don't actually shoot digital cameras for travel or street photography very much at all anymore. I tend to shoot film. And on my Nikon F3, which is my everyday film camera, I have been using a 105mm prime lens an awful lot, and I've been really enjoying it. Now, this lens gives you some of that benefit. It's not quite as bright as the prime I have. The prime is 1.8, but you get some really nice subject separation. It's got a fantastic look at 105mm at f2.8. I think it's a really, really nice lens optically, and it's worked really, really well for me. It's just got that added benefit of the flexibility of going all the way back to 28, and for an all-day lens, being able to go through that sort of zoom range but also have it go very bright in low light, things like that, is very, very convenient. So I've had this a few months. It's replaced the Panasonic 28-200 for me. Not that they're directly comparable lenses, but for me, I like the creative possibilities of a bright aperture. That's the only reason why I ended up swapping to this. It's obviously not got the same length or the same reach as it's obviously longer as the 28-200, but overall I've been really enjoying shooting it, and my only complaint is that I wish it was on the Z-Man. And I know I keep saying this about all the Sigma lenses at the moment, but it would balance perfectly on the Nikon Z9. Hint. So that's the only real downside to me. I mean, it doesn't have an image stabilizer built in, but that would have made it obnoxiously heavy, I think, and it doesn't need it, especially not on L mount, so I don't really worry about that. It's a very, very good lens, and it's something that, although I think the size is maybe a little bit conspicuous for your travel photography, it certainly is very, very good on a day out. Let me know your thoughts down below. What would you pick? Would you go for something like this, 24-70, f2.8 or f4, Nikon's 24-120, which I have had. They're roughly the same sort of size, but this does go brighter, and I prefer that over the extra 15mm of reach. Let me know your thoughts. I'm really curious to know what you think. There are no right or wrong answers, probably. Anyway, I'll see you next time. Enjoy the rest of the sunset here in Tenby, or at least I will. You can just look at some really weird polarized look of it through this phone's camera.